Thank you, Aisha. Really moving statements of truth. Good afternoon again. Welcome to Mount Olive. And let me say to you that right now we stand as Christians, as men and women of God, believers in the prophetic mantle that's handed down to the people of God from Abraham until this present day. So we stand here with the prophets. We stand here. We want you to know without a doubt that we understand our responsibility. It was suggested earlier today that Christians use their faith as a matter of convenience. In this day, so many years after June of 1973, so many years after we began to make legal the killing of children, the aborting of little boys and little girls in their mother's wombs, we have now killed, executed over 90 million children. 90 million children is horrific. I suggest to you that there is no greater genocide in all of human history. And so today, on this day in February, this day that we commonly call a day in African American History Month, we're calling you to accountability and action, because 40% of those children that have been aborted have been black and brown babies. We raised the call of genocide. We know what genocide is. We want you to be clear that we understand that we are leveling a charge of atrocities against humanity when we say genocide. But we want you to understand that we know genocide when we see it. And since Margaret Sanger opened the first abortion mill in Harlem in 1921, there has been a consistent call to kill black babies. Let me show you the advertising video that we are prayerful will raise not just awareness in this community, but will raise the necessary action to end this genocide today. Thank you. I hope and pray that you understand the urgency of this circumstance. This is not something we can wait for. We're calling on the cessation of the murder of black and brown babies, but not just black and brown babies, of any baby. We're happy to take questions from the press.
59 black babies are aborted for every 100 born in Buffalo. Where are you getting those statistics?
Vital statistics from New York State. You go to the Vital Statistics website for New York State, it's listed on there as vital statistics. So statistics by ratio and demographic, race, and ethnicity.
Talk to me a little bit more about the media campaign by New York Pastors for Life. What's that going to look like over the next 6 months to a year?
The media campaign we can talk to you about what we purchased. which is this month, Black History Month in Buffalo. So what we're doing and what we have done is we purchased airtime to saturate the airways with the video that we showed you today. And our intention is to cause the cessation of abortion amongst Black people in Buffalo and Erie County. It is an atrocious reality that in a nation where we're 14% of the population, we're 38% of the abortions. And Erie County is right in step. 37% of abortions in Erie County are of Black children. And in Erie County, African Americans make up 14.9% of the population.
So instead of focusing on abortion, why not focus on preventing situations that may lead to abortion?
Well, we don't believe it's an or if circumstance. We believe that we've got to work collaboratively and comprehensively in every way to make sure that children come into the world, are welcomed, loved, nurtured. So we're working in other ways, but in this society since 1973, we've made abortion commonplace. You can get abortion on demand, and the tragic reality is that in New York State, you can abort your child on the delivery table. There is something sinister about a law that allows that to happen. And so that's why we have thrown down the gauntlet. And we're saying to every elected official, not just locally, but across the state, fix it.
And the personhood amendment, has any politician, state, local, have they said, hey, this is great, we want to be a part of this, what can we do? Have they reached out to you? Have you reached out to anyone?
We have legislators who are adamantly against abortion and all of those issues. There are persons who will carry legislation, but you live in the same New York I live in, a New York where Democrats are in the majority. And so the killing of children is part of the Democratic agenda. So we're not about to propose legislation that we know can't be passed in the legislature in this state. We also know that our work really is with the sons and daughters of God that we meet every day in our ministries, who come to us because they've been injured, because they've been broken, because no one has said to them, God loves you, and because God loves you, I love you, and not only do I love you, but I will walk with you through this entire ordeal, and we together will conquer this evil.
And what do you say to people who just say this is alarmist propaganda?
What I say to those people is, this is our faith, and if our faith can be equated with alarmist propaganda, then so be it. Because our faith calls us to take action wherever we find evil. And what has happened in the United States since 1973 is nothing more than pure evil. So we'll be alarmists. We know that in the end, our God will hold us accountable if we're silent today.